Let them not text you back. Let them be super rude. Let them leave your life. Who cares? I'm indifferent. In this boss babe #independent world, it's really easy to say things like this and then wonder why secretly things still bother us and we can't seem to actually step into our let them era. So in today's video, I really want to help you feel like you can master that by the time you get done. You can't control the things you can't control, but the truth is you can control your emotions and your state of being. And when you do that, you can shift the stories that are in your mind about what you've just experienced that will help shift the way that you respond to external things forevermore. If you're new here, my name is Jessie. I've been a professional life coach for over 5 years. And my intention is to give you this big sister wisdom that I never had growing up. I always wished I had a big sister who could kind of give me these things along the way. This almost feels like my way to pay it forward and be that big sister energy for others who maybe wish that they had it too. I'm gonna do my best to keep this short and sweet and as simple as possible. If you're truly trying to be in this let them era where you have not such an internal mental grip in your mind of feeling frustrated that they're treating you this way, or that they would see things different, they just have more of that common sense about them in the situation. The way you're really going to get back your control in this and not feel crazy anymore by shifting your focus. Again, you can't control what you can't control, but what you can control is the way that you frame what just happened. In storytelling, we call this the reframe. We're not just in a let them era, we're in a let them level you up era. We're in a, they're letting me be provided the lessons that maybe I wouldn't have known that I needed to grow from unless they did this. They're providing me lessons, they're providing me growth, they're providing me the key to my own evolution because I couldn't see these things that I needed to grow through before. And this is one of the most annoying things to accept on the journey of stepping into true empowerment because it requires full responsibility for your life. And yeah, maybe being upset and taking a moment to feel the undesirable emotions that you're feeling so you can feel that full range of emotions and sit with it for a second. But sooner than later, stepping out of the victim mentality and realizing that everything is actually happening for you. Something I really tuned into is this idea that relationships are our biggest mirrors in life. And oftentimes we experience the most conflict in relationships, whether it's with friends or with, romantic partners. And that's because they're meant to show us the things that we can't see within ourselves and to help rise it to the surface because things come up to come out. I really believe that. There's this idea of the mirror, but I want to take it a step further to help you open up your perspective on why this might be happening in your world. And we have knowledge. Knowledge is power, and knowledge is what gives us choice. Because when you understand the truth of something, you can choose to look at it from a higher perspective, a more advanced viewpoint. Looking past the concept of the mirror, pulling something from the 7 Hermetic principles, if you've ever read or listened to those, I believe that the spiritual laws come from the Hermetic principles. I think the Hermetic principles are much more of the foundation. I will link a resource to them below so you can check those out. They all say something to the effect of as above, so below, cause and effect, duality, masculine and feminine, basically saying you can't have one without the other. And so what I believe all that is saying is that we are all one, like we're all one part of the big picture. So every time you have, for example, contrast of another person treating you in an undesirable way, that contrast is creating clarity of the more desired way to be treated, respected, experienced in any kind of relationship. And so these experiences with people that we're having to have this new mentality of let them just be, they're not just our mirrors, but they are part of our whole and we are part of their whole. So this experience with them is not just a whatever thing to write off or even just a small way to level up in your life by flipping the script. And they're not just showing you parts within yourself that you get to now grow through because you couldn't see it before. They're not just mirroring you. They are you. Externally, they are a projection of the story you're telling in your mind. And actually, this does take us to one of the main principles of the Hermetic principles, which I don't know if they're in any specific order, but one of them is mentalism, saying that the universe is all mental, it's all mind. And so what if that person that's talking crap or assuming things about you, what if they are actually a projection of the subconscious beliefs you have of yourself? What if the external situations you're having with people are literally just projections showing you tangibly the beliefs you have in your mind? Well, then wouldn't that make mindset work a lot easier? Because instead of having to guess and dig, you just become more conscious and open your eyes to the experiences you're having with people that can clue you in to see, what's going on with my mind? Like, what's the vibration I'm giving out in the world? Because I will tell you what, when I started cluing into the fact that I really am creating the experiences that are happening and unfolding in front of me, that jolted me. And I took a real hard look and said, whoa, what are the stories and the beliefs I'm telling myself? And then I looked at all the interactions that were coming into my world. I started to look at them different from a more observer effect, more of like the witness, kind of just analyzing what was going on. And I found that as I analyzed and I was seeing things I didn't like, I would then turn it inward and say, okay, well, with the situation that maybe triggered me, what is the belief I could be having that could be creating that experience? And the more I started to take responsibility for my own life and my own experiences and the interactions I was having, the less and less triggering ones I experienced, and the more joy-filled interactions I got to have. I will be going deeper into this in other videos. This is a subject I'm very passionate about because it really does sit at the root of self-worth. And if you struggle with self-worth, I really want you to start asking yourself, what is this here to show me? What belief internally of mine might be causing this domino effect of this experience I'm having externally over here? This is going to be something that gradually happens over time that becomes more of your normal, but keep being dedicated to this because this is really when you get your power back in your life. If going deeper into your self-worth and self-love is something you're really serious about and you're ready to activate it so that you can start having the life you really desire, then go ahead and click one of these next videos. I put my most recent ones in here so you can go ahead and check those out. They're very step by step and will really lead you there. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.